Yo, what is going on YouTube? Plexi in the bit. Like, no, I'm just gonna cool it. Let me cool it. But it's been a while since I made a video. And what you see in the background is some Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This game was remastered from the 2007 version of COD 4. And this game plays amazing. So that's going to be playing in the background while I talk about this. But I know it's been a while and I don't want to bring you guys another one of those like dry ass like fucking 2K videos. Because 2K right now is dead as fuck. I can't even lie. Like, I somehow have to find a way to make content that's not 2K related. But can somehow bring in some more viewers. And you get what I'm saying. But I'm gonna give you guys probably one of the most embarrassing stories of my life. Like, this is the first time I ever told a story on this channel, so I hope it goes well. If you guys like it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. So, I'm gonna bring you guys the most embarrassing night out of my entire life existence. Like, it's bad. Like, once you get to the end, and I encourage you to stay till the end, you're gonna see why I got bad. So, at the time this happened, I was 14 years old, right? And I snuck out and got into a 21 and over nightclub. Like, just think about that. That shit is fucking ridiculous, right? So, let me start the story off, right? So, I'm 14 years old. I just got out of middle school, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie to you, middle school was probably the worst years of schooling. Personally, to me, like, I hated middle school, right? Let me, why did I hate middle school, right? So, one, I was ugly as fuck, my nigga. Like, if I have a picture, I'll put it up on the screen, but in middle school, my nigga, I was ugly as fuck, my nigga. Like, I got no hoes. Nobody really fucked with me. Like, I would get swerved by so many bitches, man. Like, my fucking 8th grade dance date, my nigga. My 8th grade date fucking swerved me. And I got another story for that, but that's gonna come a little later. So, like, middle school was just rough all around for me. Like, I had a couple friends here and there in middle school, but it was nothing great. So, I'm 14 years old. I just got out of middle school. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically going into freshman year of high school. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm 14. It's the summertime. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do at 14. I'm at that point where it's like puberty even hasn't hit me yet. Like, I don't know what, like, I'm still kind of a child. I was still a kid at 14. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, it's in the middle of the summer. You know, I just got out of 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I'm about to be a high schooler. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to fix myself up. You know what I'm saying, get some experience under my belt before I head on to high school. Because high school is a whole different beast, a whole different animal. So as a 14-year-old, I was trying to get as much experience with anything as I can, like, in life in general. So one day, you know what I'm saying, my cousins, you know what I'm saying, I was in Atlanta, Georgia at the time, right? So one day my cousins was like, hey, yo, Marcus, we gotta go to the nightclub, bro. I was like, me? My nigga, like, me? At a nightclub? You know what I'm saying? And at first I was shook. I was like, hold up, what? Like, at the time, I wasn't a dancer, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really dancing like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what kind of club we was going to. I didn't know none of that shit, right? So, they just came out the blue and just like, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you, your sister, and my sister at the time was 15. I was only 14, my nigga. I was fucking 14. So, they was just like, I'm gonna bring you out to a nightclub. We gonna have a good time, right? So, at this time, I'm kind of like nervous. I didn't know what the fuck to expect, you know what I'm saying? I asked him, I was like, I'm 14 years old. How the fuck am I gonna get into a nightclub? You know what I'm saying? My cousin at the time, he was in the military, he's in the army. So his friend who lived with him at the time had an ID card, right? Me and his friend looked exactly alike, my nigga. Like, on the picture, we looked exactly alike. So I'm asking, I'm like, alright, so he has an ID card. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna use his ID card and he used the same ID card I just got to the club with? Like, I'm asking a bunch of questions because, like, it seemed a little, like, fishy, right? So he was like, you know what? He's in the military. He got his own military ID. He's gonna use his military ID. You use the civilian ID. I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious? Like, y'all niggas really trying to smuggle me into a fucking club, bro. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, whatever. And they was just like, hey, you need to remember the birthday on this joint. If they ask you this question, you gotta say this. They ask you this question, you know, you gotta say this. And I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Am I studying for a fucking quiz? Or am I going to a fucking club? Bro, that shit was crazy. Like, it's fucking crazy. If I remember the club name, I think the club name was like, I want to say it's like 619 or some shit. I think it was like 619. It was a rave club. If you guys know any rave clubs in Atlanta, I don't know how old y'all niggas is, but if you know any rave clubs, just put it down in the comment section, because I don't remember this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's in downtown Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? It's like probably 10 p.m. We roll up, and the club is so fucking packed, my nigga. Like, it was like a Friday night, bro, and the shit was so fucking packed. It was so lit in there, right? That you couldn't even park in the fucking club park. Like, it was fucking full of shit, right? So then you had to drive blocks away, bro. We had to park at a fucking Arby's, my nigga. We had to go to an Arby's. So we pull up to the Arby's, and the dude sitting in front of the Arby's, right? He got a white shirt on. He got a little fucking VIP pass or some shit. He knock on our window. You know, so we roll the joint down. You know, we got the little fucking crank station shit. You know, you had to roll the fucking windows down. So the dude was like, are you guys parking for the club or are you going to Arby's? Now, mind you, if you were parking for the club, they was charging $5, bro. They was charging $5 to get into a fucking club. Parking that fucking Arby's. How the fuck you gonna charge a nigga to park at Arby's, my nigga? Like, the shit was crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? We finessed that nigga. We was like, we going to Arby's, nigga. We was like, hey, we about to go to the drive-thru real quick. He was like, alright, man, go back there and make this left or whatever. So then, we make the left, go right into the parking lot. We get out, you know what I'm saying? We park, and then we just run up the street a couple blocks till we get to the club, right? So we get to the club doors. The shit was long as fuck. Like, the shit was long, right? We sat there for 15 minutes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get to the front door, and they asked me for my ID. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm all jiggling and shit, you know what I'm saying? Adrenaline rushing, I'm nervous as fuck, you know what I'm saying? I pull out the ID, I give it to him. And she got a flashlight. She just like, she looked at it. At this time, I was scared as fuck, bro. Like, I'm fucking shaking, like, and the card's in my hand, mind you. She's looking at it, and my arm's shaking like this, bro. It's shaking like this and shit, bro. Like, so she's looking at it. She's like, yeah, go ahead, man. I was like, what? What, bro? Like, what the fuck, son? All right. So we get into the fucking club, right? It's something that I've never seen before, cause like, remind you, like, I just got out of middle school, bro. That shit is nowhere near lit as what adults were doing, bro. I didn't know nothing about this, right? So I walked through the club door, and I wish I had a picture, bro. Like, I wish I had a picture, because I would show you guys my fit, right? So I had this fucking, it was a green, yellow, and blue striped polo shirt. You know what I'm saying? I had some jeans on, and this is before joggers were even a thing, right? So I had fucking baggy ass fucking blue jeans, my nigga, and I had some fucking Ken Griffey's on, my nigga. Like, I was looking pretty fucking dumb, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 14, I ain't really know how to dress to no club or nothing like that. Like, this is streetwear, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking like a fucking bum, I ain't even gonna lie. So I walked through the club doors, and on the left hand side there's like, you know what I'm saying, it's a whole fucking bar. It's a fucking bar, right? And it has all these lights and shit. And I'm just so young. I didn't know what the fuck to think. Like, it had a bunch of bad bitches at the joint. Like, the shit was lit, bro. Like, music was playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was looking tough, but that wasn't even the main part, bro. So my cousins and all of them, they get into the door. My sister get through the door, and you know what I'm saying, we go into the main, like, dance floor club joint, right? So we go through this long ass hallway, and the hallway is made out of fucking like glass and shit, right? It's made out of glass, and the entire glass is just lighting up and shit. I'm thinking I'm on drugs, bro. Like, cause I'm seeing so many fucking colors and flashing lights. Nigga, I thought I was going epileptic in that shit, bro. Like, it was crazy how fucking lit, and just, it was just, bro, like, ah, woo, I wish I can go back to that shit. So we go past this long ass hallway, you know what I'm saying? We circle into the fucking main club, right? On the left hand side, there's fucking stairs. And that shit go around and around and around till it gets to the bottom where it's just a bunch of lounge chairs and seating and shit. So I look over the rail. Bro. This girl is giving this nigga some top all the way at the bottom floor, and it was just them. She was sucking the nigga dick, bro. I was like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? It was crazy. So I see that shit, and I'm like, damn, bro. They really doing this shit in public? Like, I'm like, and I didn't know shit about no girls, bro. I'm 14, my nigga. I was getting rejected all throughout fucking middle school, nigga. I ain't know none of that shit. So seeing that, bro, it was just like, my whole brain just fucking flipped, bro. Like, I was like, I want to be like that nigga. That girl might have some fucking chlamydia or fucking hep A, hepatitis B and shit, but he having a good time right now, so I'm trying to do the same thing, right? Shit crazy. So on the right hand side, that's where the main club joint was. Like the dance floor, it was on that side. There were steps to the joint, you know, we walked up the steps. And the music was blasting, right? And all I'm used to is rap, hip hop, some pop music here and there. But that's playing like fucking house music, Baltimore club music, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know what Baltimore club music is, just type that shit in, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So the shit's weird. The shit's kind of eerie to me, because I never fucking listened to fucking Baltimore club music. I never listened to house music. This is when it started getting to pop, like the house music and shit. But you know what I'm saying? The music was kind of whack, but the girls in there were going fucking wild, bro. They was going fucking wild, son, over this fucking music. I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I didn't really dance. The whole night, I didn't really dance like that. There was 2 incidents where I danced, and those were the fucking worst, right? Those are the fucking worst. So, you know what I'm saying? After sitting on a wall for like 15 minutes, because I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, the dancing was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really into it, so I didn't really get to dancing, right? So, I kind of like, I sat on the sidelines a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my cousin, he drinking a beer, right? He just cool and he drinking the beer, you know what I'm saying? He had me the fucking beer can, right? He like, hey, bro, what you doing, bro? Hey, just hold the beer for me, son. That's the type of nigga I was, bro. I'm holding your fucking beer while you going to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, at 14, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Niggas were 21, 20, 27 in that bitch. I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I'm sitting on the sideline. My cousin drinking the beer. He said, hey, hold my beer real quick, my nigga. That's the type of dude I was, right? So I'm holding the beer, and I'm just sipping the shit. Just slowly sipping the shit. Sipping that shit. Still drinking that shit. The shit was gone, bro. After a while, the shit was gone, bro. And that was probably the second time I ever drank in my life. So at this point, I'm kind of buzzed. I'm feeling it a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was starting to get into the music a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was getting to me a little bit more, but it wasn't that much. So, after a while, probably about like 20, 25 minutes go by, my cousin comes back to me, he's like, hey, you drunk my beer or whatever? And I was like, yeah, like, fuck my nigga, I drunk your beer. So, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, why you sitting on the sides like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of bitches out here, you know what I'm saying? Dance with them, right? So, and I told him, I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, son. I don't know what the fuck to do out here, bro. Like, it's just kind of like a weird situation for me. He was kind of like the wingman for me all night. So, he go up to some random chick. She was just like, she a tall motherfucker too. Like, she's probably like 6'3", 6'4". This bitch was tall as fuck to me. So, he go up to her, he was like, hey, my friend, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get a dance, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look a little lonely, you know what I'm saying? We can hang out with y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So she agreed, and I kind of walk over there. He, you know what I'm saying? He's like, come here. I walk over there, and you know, we get to talking a little bit, like, and the girls weren't that bad. They was kind of like drunk off their mind too. Like, they was lit. They was fucking lit in there. So, you know, we talking about some little small shit, whatever, and the song comes on, and I never, like, I'm gonna put the fucking song. I think it might have been a fucking Skrillex song, bro. Like, a song come on, bro, And these bitches in the middle of conversation just get to fucking wildin', bro. They was just fucking, they was just popping that ass cheek and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was getting fucking wild, bro. So, my cousin, I look to the left, my cousin's dancing with one of the friends, right? You know what I'm saying? He behind her, he, you know what I'm saying? She clapping on him or whatever. It's just kind of weird, bro. But, knowing my 14-year-old self, bro, I walk up to the tall bitch, and I'm just like, hey, you trying to dance real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to just go behind her and just fucking sexually assault this bitch, right? So she's like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? And let me give y'all an accurate description of what I did, bro. So this pillow represents the bitch, right? So she kind of like this, right? She kind of bent over, but the bitch is tall as fuck, so I'm kind of like short. So her ass cheek probably like on my stomach right here, right? So, and she get the dancing, bro, and this is exactly what I do. No fucking lie, no bullshit, right? So the music on, bro, and I'm just like no fucking joke. No fucking joke. Her ass to my stomach, right? I'm just going. When I got done doing that shit, her friends stopped dancing with my cousin. All her friends looking at me like this. She turned around looking at me like this. And when I tell you, bro, she winds her fucking hand back, bro. Smacks the fucking dog shit out of me, bro. She smacks the fuck out of me, son. I didn't even know what the fuck to do. I didn't know if I wanted to get mad as fuck and just beat this bitch ass. All I could do, honestly, I just took that shit, bro. I had to take that shit. So one side of the club just fucking stops, bro. Like, and they just looking around like, yo, what the fuck was that noise? Like, that's how fucking hard I got slapped, son. Like, I got slapped in the fucking club, bro. So after that, son, I had to recover from that shit, bro. Cause I took one of the meanest L's of my fucking life. On that night, I took the meanest L of my life. So I had to recover for a little bit. Right? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, my cousin, they you know what I'm saying? My cousins were around my family. They was like, yo, you okay and shit? Like, I was like, yeah, bro. Like, honestly, son, at that point, I wanted to fucking go home. My nigga, like, that shit had me fucking weak, bro. Like, she really slapped the fuck out of me, son. So, I want to say like 45 minutes passed after that shit. And at this point, I'm glued to the fucking wall. Don't nobody get me off this shit. I'm waiting to go home, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? At this point, there's a part of the club that goes outside. And if you go out there, you can like smoke a cigarette or some shit, right? To just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're out there, you know, you doing what you gotta do. So, I go out there and niggas are just smoking hella weed. All you smell is just fucking dank ass fucking weed, bro. But I'd rather be out there than get in the fucking club, get my ass smacked again. So after a while, I come back into the club, and I was gonna go find my cousin to, you know what I'm saying, like, to you know what I'm saying. I'm about to ask him like, yo, when we go home, bro? Like, I gotta go home, son. Like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I go to find this nigga, and I find him. He dancing with, I ain't gonna lie, son. My cousin was dancing with this badass bitch, bro. She had a fat ass, she had an orange dress, curly fucking hair, and she kind of short. She's shorter than me. She's grinding on this nigga, right? And she's grinding on a nigga like front, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can grind with a girl from behind and the front. So the girl was grinding on him, like, you know what I'm saying, like front, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. So I find this nigga, and he reaches around the girl, right? He reaches around the girl, pulls me in, and I'm behind the bitch, right? So he's in front of her, I'm behind the bitch. So we sandwiching this bitch, right? I want to say about 5 seconds later, my nigga, she stops what she's doing, bro. She looks at me, and she just gives me a disgusted look, bro. Like, oh my fucking god, bro. Like, I took so many L's that fucking night. Like, after, son, honestly, after that girl did that shit, I was done. I haven't been to a club since that night. Since that fucking night, since I was 14 years old, I haven't been to no fucking club, bro. And I'm only 20, so I still got time, but after that shit, I was fucking done, bro. I didn't wanna do none of that shit no more, son. Like, that was bullshit, bro. That was fucking bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, an hour passed by after that shit. I'm on the wall, I'm cooling it, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, listening to this shit ass music. And I see this dude, right? This dude got a fucking penis suit on, right? He's wearing a penis, bro. This nigga was a penis, right? He had the fucking costume. Nigga had a dick head, and then he had two balls, bro. He was a dick. This nigga was a dick, and he had all females around him, bro. He had females around him, taking pictures, literally like stroking the fucking costume of him in a dick costume. Like, I was so pissed off, bro, cause nigga dressed up as a dick. He had a dick costume with fucking balls, my nigga, and he got more hoes than me that night than I ever had, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, that whole night was a fucking L, my nigga. I went home that night and I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, I think I just ate fucking pizza or some shit, cause that night was just fucking horrible, bro. That night was fucking bad, bro. Oh my god, son. I don't think my family members ever spoke of that night ever again. I don't think we ever had a conversation about that night. Cause that was fucking horrible for me. That was the worst night of my fucking life.